Henry.
They're called Lenry. Right, okay. So collectively, your names are Lenry. Thank you so much for giving us your time, Lenry. And how are you today, Lenry?
Good, thank you.
Good. And you?
Good as well, yeah.
Lenry? Okay.
Yeah,
so when you see the kind of title or our documentary name, Kill the Bunny, what comes to mind?
Killing bunnies.
Killing bunnies? Would you say you're the kind of person that wants to kill bunnies?
No.
No? Do you think we think we're bad people?
No.
No? Okay. So bunny in the title is the Easter bunny, okay? And we're kind of discussing the idea that should we still have this whole holiday Easter? Is this kind of, we celebrate a bit like Christmas, it's there, it kind of has a religious background, but what's the point? Is it just so that we can all eat chocolate loads? Or what are your thoughts? What are your views? Two young lads who probably still get Easter eggs. Would you say we should still celebrate Easter?
Yeah, I think we should.
Why? Do you want to come a bit closer just because your voices might get lost?
I think it's good because it's like gives like families bring them together, I guess.
Gives people family time. What do you think?
I think the same.
Think so? Good time with your families. So this whole idea of that Easter comes from this idea that a guy called Jesus came and died and then resurrected again, and kind of bring the whole world hope. Do you believe that idea, or do you think that's not really relevant?
I believe it. Yeah.
You believe it? What about you?
Yeah, I think.
How would you say your belief in that kind of story? Because it's a pretty big issue if you kind of believe that there was a guy that died and resurrected again. How would you say that impacts your life?
Well, that's because that's my religion to believe in him. So yeah, I've just been brought up like that.
So would you say that if, for example, if you get to a point in your life where you have to make a decision for yourself, would you say you'd continue with that belief, or you would?
I think I will. Yeah.
Why?
Because I've just been used to it, and I've just done it quite a lot. So.
Do you think it has changed you? Do you think it has any impact on you, or do you think you kind of live your life?
I don't think it's had an impact. No.
Do you think it's had an impact? Are you the same, or are you a bit different?
I think that I'm not really 100% sure if I truly believe in the whole. I believe there was Jesus, but not God. So
This guy called Jesus came, said he was the Son of God, and then he died. He told everyone, "I'm going to die, and then I'm going to resurrect again." Then he died, and he resurrected again. So based on that kind of report, and these are reports that are written in the Bible, these are reports that are written in history, would you say you believe that he was the Son of God, maybe? Or he was a bit of a madman?
I think that maybe he was, because his disciples, after he died, they stood up for what he believed, even after he even after he was dead, even if there'd be no point otherwise, unless he was telling the truth.
Okay, interesting. So this idea that people died because the disciples, they preached and they got crucified themselves. Some of them even upside down. Some of them got stoned. Some of them got boiled alive. So, okay, fair enough. Interesting. Okay, would you say then that do you think if you maybe spent more time getting to know more about Jesus, or you kind of you got to a point in your life where you had to make that decision yourself, do you think this idea of Jesus, a man that did miracles, a man that claimed to die for the whole world to bring them hope, do you think that knowing that kind of person or having a relationship with that person, Jesus, would change your life? Do you think it could have an impact on you if you allowed it to?
I think it could, but I don't think I think it could, but I don't think it will.
What could it do even if you don't think it will? What do you think it could do to you?
I think it could make me go to church every week. Probably change celebrate more religious things.
Okay. What about you?
I feel the same.
So do you think it could? So do you not think it could do more for your person? Things like going to church, fair enough. But do you think it could change who you are inside a bit? Maybe.
I don't think it really does.
Okay.
Because it just changes how you think about things and stuff like that. It doesn't really change you as a person.
Okay. What if I told you it does? What would you say?
I don't know.
I'll say is it for better? Is it a good change, or is it a bad change?
What if I said to you it's an excellent change?
I'll probably just.
I love how this interview's flipped up. Do it. Just ask me questions.
I'll probably just see how it's what changes it's actually had on you.
Okay. Do you have any questions? I will answer your questions.
I don't know.
Don't know. Okay. I'm someone who believes in Jesus. you know, similar to you, I know the story of his death and resurrection, and I believe from reports, I believe from what's written in the Bible that it's true. But actually, more than that, because I think lots of people can get up and pick up a pen and write things down. I think more than that, I have a personal conviction that these things are true. And from when the day I felt like actually I believe these things are true, I feel like my life has changed a lot since then. I feel like, in fact, I know that I'm a nicer person. That's a bit vague, but I know that I can look at people and not judge them. I can look at people and love them because I know that I was not a perfect person and I received Jesus' love, because Christians believe that he died on the cross because he loved the world. He died on the cross because he loved people and he didn't want them to die of sin. And if we look at the world we live in, lots of people do lots of bad things. So we know that there are bad people in the world that do need help to be better people. And I feel like I'm one of those people that received that kind of love of Christ or Jesus, and I feel like that's made me a much nicer person. It's made me be able to look at someone I don't know and not judge them, look at someone I don't know and help them, give them things maybe I wouldn't necessarily give them if I was just a normal person. Other things that, do you want to share anything, Zoe? No?
Yeah, okay.
Go on then.
Why I believe in Jesus is because there's just it always comes down to like a feeling sort of thing where you kind of where you know that like this person is real. Like, you know, you've got a brain and you know in your brain there's cells and stuff. You can't see them moving or anything, but there's supposedly all these little cells that are moving around, but you believe in them. So just as much as I believe in that there's those cells, I believe that there's a Jesus, that he came on the earth, he died, and all the crazy stuff that he supposedly did is actually real. And the whole point of me being Christian is not only to believe that, but to get other people to see that, hey, there's this guy that's real, and he's offering you like something amazing after this life sort of thing. Like, it doesn't just end here. There's an after part of after this world, like, and that place is heaven. And like they say, the Bible says the only way to get to heaven is through Jesus. So that's why I believe in him, because I have that feeling and that knowing 100% that no one can ever take it away from me. I could be going through the worst things in my life, but I can never truly say I don't believe in Jesus or turn my back on him, because I just know that he's real. I've felt him. He's talked to me personally. He can talk to you guys as well. And it's not always sometimes that when God talks to you, you're hearing another man's voice. It's sometimes a voice within you that confirms that he's the one that's speaking to you. So what we will do is encourage you guys is to go home on your own. What we said to other people is just ask the question in your room and say, Jesus, if you're real, will you reveal yourself to me? How he does that, I don't know. He does it to people differently. But you just say to yourself, say, these girls talked to us and said, you are real. And they are 100% sure that you came on this earth and died for me. So reveal yourself to me. And you will be surprised. Because I believe 100% that something will happen. It's an experience, a feeling. Who knows? You might even see something like an angel of God
rock up in your room.
Come in your room and say,
huge,
Jesus is real.
It's just, I know you're probably like, why? Because sometimes you wonder, why do people bang on about Jesus? I don't really get the point. It's almost like you went around that corner and you found like a box. And in that box, it has everything that can answer everyone's questions. All the problems in the world. It could solve war, it could solve disease, it could solve corruption, it could solve poverty. If you open that box, what would you do if you saw that box? What would you do with it?
Take it with me and ask pretty much every question.
So imagine you don't know where it came from, but you know what's in the box. You know all the things, solutions to all our problems were in the box. What would you do with it? So imagine if you gave it to a poor person, they would no longer be poor. Or if you gave it to a president who was about to go to war, he would change his mind and stop. What would you do?
It's got the cure of cancer.
It's got
all that sort of stuff.
Use it for good.
You would use it for good. Yeah. And that's how we feel about Jesus. Because we know, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so hard when you've seen what's in the box. We know what's in the box. And we're just like, no, dude, this is in the box. Take this box.
Like, the box
Jesus,
knows
dude,
the way.
he knows what he's talking about. Follow him. And everyone's like, no, but we can't see him. Like, no, trust us. So that's how we feel. So that's where we're coming from. We know our experiences. The kind of, I can give you an example. I'm nearly 6 foot, and I had like mad back pain. Like, I couldn't drive properly, I couldn't sleep properly, I couldn't sit up at work properly. I was just in pain all the time for ages. And I prayed one day and I was like, I'm done with this back pain. I prayed, I was like, okay, Jesus, you say you're going to heal people. When you healed people in the Bible, they say blind people could see, they say lame people could walk. I have back pain, take it away. I tell you, I don't have back pain anymore. Someone could say that's a mad, crazy coincidence. And I will tell you that it's because I believe that Jesus was a healer based on what I've read. And I believe he healed me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're just challenging you. Go and ask him the question.
Yeah.
Go and ask him.
Ask
Are
him
you
to
real? If
reveal
you're real,
himself to you.
prove yourself to me. Because he loves everyone, and he wants everyone to believe in me. He wants everyone to know him. So there's no way when you request that of him, he'll turn you down.
Yeah.
He'll definitely answer. But just when you're in the right frame of mind,
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you've got no distractions, nothing, you just
take some
by
time.
yourself,
No one needs to know
ask
you're
the
having that
question.
conversation.
Yeah.
Just on your own. Yeah?
Yeah.
Leo, Henry,
Henry,
it's been lovely
Lenry.
to meet you. Lenry, I feel like